Ian Begley here from SNY. I'm at the American Dream here with someone who I think embodies the American Dream. Clyde Frazier grew up as one of 9 in Georgia, goes on to Southern Illinois, stars there, and then on to the Knicks, as you know, and as he's a part of New York sports history, Knicks history, 2-time NBA champion. There are the rings. Clyde, we're here to talk to you about your book. I want to hear about the book. What was your motivation in putting it together?
Well, the motivation was these guys were a fan of mine. So the writers and the designer, they showed me the book, and I didn't change a word of it. I was like, this is great. But what I saw, Ian, right away was an entree into the schools, into kids, which is what under the auspices of, Madison Square Garden, Fountain of Dreams Foundation.
Yeah, Garden of Dreams, yep.
Yeah, giving back. So I was going, man, this is an excellent way for me to go into the schools where kids will know about me. I give out the book, they read about me, and I return once I go, because once I have an impact and you reach them, you got to follow up. So it's been great in that respect, and I wanted to be my legacy. As long as I'm alive, I'll be peddling this book. I can use the book and reach the kids that I'm trying to reach.
It's a beautiful book, Winning and Grinning. You can get it wherever you're buying books right now. And Clyde, what message do you want kids to take away from this book?
Education. That's your way out. What you get in your head, no one can take from you. Confidence. You can do it. Believing and achieving. Teamwork. I wear these rings every day, and I think of Bradley, DeBusschere, Reed, and Barnett. So the teamwork that we display, networking, meeting and greeting like we're doing now, meeting people. People like to do business with people that they know. But more than that, the articulation. This is the most intimidating thing, that for people to do is get up in front of a camera or a group of people and talk. So I want to help kids with their vocabulary, show them how I improve my vocabulary, which improve my confidence. So not only to say what you want to say, but how you want to say it as well.
Clyde, we see the rings. We know the history. I'm not going to ask you for any predictions, but what I want to ask you is, with this Knicks team, does it have winning habits? Does it have championship habits? Do you see championship traits with this club?
Well, it's ebb and flow right now. With a 9-game winning streak, yeah. Now the last 3 or 4 games, where's the D? But I'm keeping the faith. New Yorkers, we always see the glasses half full. So Tibbs has brought us this far. Last year we won 50 games. Defense was the catalyst. So I think we've got to improve our defense focus in. Guys are going to the paint too easily, second opportunities. So that's where they have to tighten it up, is on the defensive end.
We are here. Knicks losing to the Thunder last night by 25. They play Milwaukee on Sunday, depending on when you're watching. But the 25-point loss to OKC, top NBA team, does that show you anything about where the Knicks are in terms of those elite teams in the league right now?
Yeah, that was a barometer game for them. I thought it would have been a signature win if they could pull it off, and they never came with the fire and desire that I thought they would play with. So those guys made them look bad. So maybe this is a wake-up call that they need. I said that, though, when they lost to Orlando, that it was a wake-up call. And, I've been around these guys a while. I know they have heart. They have pride. So I think they're going to get it together.
The one thing that stood out to me, I don't know if it stood out to you, was OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. I know they're flying around the perimeter, right? So you're not going to get a ton of rebounds, but 4 rebounds between the two of them in 60-plus minutes on the floor. I mean, how do you view just that aspect of what you saw there?
But then if you look at their history, I think OG's averaged 4 rebounds for his career,
right,
and so has Bridges.
Yeah.
So it's not an aberration what they're doing.
Right.
But, yeah, that's where to me, it's like looking in the mirror. And when I was Clyde, if I didn't play good, I found it hard to look in the mirror to get dressed. But when I'm styling and profiling and playing good, those guys got to look in the mirror, man. It's like, how can Hart average more rebounds than the two of us? Hart averages 8 rebounds, and those guys aren't even pulling in 6 together. So, they got to – every guy has to carry their own weight in order to be the champion and win games. So that's where they are now.
If you were going to say one thing about what you've seen over the last 4 or 5 games, what do you think they need to clean up?
Again, it starts with defense.
Yeah.
And that starts with the guards. Got to keep guys out of the paint. And the bench. We know also the bench has been weak. Last in scoring, only about 17 points a game. So those are the 2 factors that are hunting them right now. Those are the glaring weaknesses that everyone knows that they've got to tighten up.